Welcome to your 40 days of personal revolution. I'm Marianne, and I'm leading you in your 20-minute home practice. The theme this week is vitality, and the laws of transformation are step out of your comfort zone and commit to growth. Let's begin. So come onto your mat if you're not already and find child's pose towards the back end of your mat with your hands reaching out in front. Okay, so you can have knees together here or knees wide. You really just want to be in a place where you can be comfortable and able to soften down. You could always stack the hands, place your head on the backs of the hands, or if you have a block, head to a block. And then just start to notice your breath. Start to notice how it feels to be here in this posture, what sensations come up. It can be physical sensations, emotional thoughts, whatever it is, just starting to settle down and just notice what goes on. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. We'll do 2 more like that. So really deep breath, full breath in. Exhale, open your mouth. Last one, full inhale. And exhale. And now starting to find that Ujjayi Pranayama, victorious breath, but without struggling. So just slow inhales through the nose. Slow exhales through the nose. So it's just like the breath that we were doing, but in and out through the nose, with some sound, with intention. And as you breathe, notice any tension in the neck, in your jaw, in your shoulders. Just letting that go. You don't need any of that to sit here and breathe. So just soften, deep breaths in, slow breaths out. Okay. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. So this week's practice really builds on last week's practice. So the beginning will be the same. Coming to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide, press the palms into the floor. We tend to roll outer edges of the hands, really putting that focus on thumb and index fingers. And also if you have wrist issues here, really pressing into your fingertips, into the knuckles. Okay, shoulder blades gently draw together on the back. Take your head side to side, front to back. And pedal out your feet. As the navel pulls in and up, you're still breathing. Slow breaths in and out through the nose. And pedal the feet, one heel down, other heel down. Just walk it out. Take one more breath in your downward facing dog. And slowly walk the feet forward to the front of the mat, finding Ragdoll. So feet about hip distance. Legs straight, a little bit of a bend is okay. In the knees if you need it here. Take hold of your elbows and just gently sway side to side. Notice if you've lost that connection with your breath. Just bring it back. Slow breaths in, slow breaths out through the nose. Release your hands. A little bend to your knees as you breathe in, and then round or flat back as you exhale all the way up to stand, coming to Tadasana, mountain pose. Face the palms forward, fingers spread wide, upper arm bones move back in space, heels press down, crown of the head lifts up. And so feel strong here, powerful. You're standing up on purpose, in attention. Take 2 breaths. Bend your elbows. Inhale, lift your gaze, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, belly in. Exhale again, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, reach the heart forward. Exhale, fold down. One more like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Again, a little bit of a bend to the knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, round or flat back all the way up to stand at the top. Lift your arms up. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Moving into our sun A's. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, find plank pose. Again, notice your hands. Spread your fingers. Press the palms into the floor. Front of the pelvis lifts up. You're strongly pressing back through your heels. Gaze slightly forward. One more breath in. Exhale, lower halfway. You can do knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga. Lower all the way down. Palms to the floor. Inhale, lift up, cobra. So it's going to be baby cobra. Come up halfway. Or you can press a little bit more into the hands. Squeeze the shoulder blades on the back. Stay with your breath. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. And again, pedal out your feet here. Any movements that you need. Notice tension in the jaw, the shoulders, the neck. Take the head side to side. Belly still pulling in and up. Palms press hard into the floor. Fingertips gripping down. Yep. Shoulder blades squeeze in. One more breath. Exhale, bend your knees. You can walk or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, big breath in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Use an inhale, look forward. Exhale, elbows scrape the body, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull your chest through your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just 5 breaths here. In and out through your nose, steady breaths. Notice your foundation, palms and feet. Inner ankles move back, outer ankles press down. You can always keep some bend here in the knees. Chest moving back towards your thighs. Sit bones reach up and out. One more breath in. Exhale, bend your knees. Walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees. Lift your arms up. Sit the hips down, chair pose. So if you need some space in between the feet and the knees here, that's okay. But just make sure that space is even. Otherwise, legs, feet together, and you're really squeezing into center. Shoulders feel tight. Open your arms up. Pinkies turn in. That helps encourage shoulder blades down the back. Belly in and up. Lift your gaze slightly. Just eyeballs up. One more breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Maybe jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward in between your hands. Let the left heel goes down. Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Exhale, hands all the way down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps through. Right heel goes down. And an inhale, reach your arms up, lift your torso. Exhale, chaturanga, hands go down all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog, big breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. So notice your pulse, sort of the pace of your breathing. Let's try to slow it down, still in and out through your nose. One more breath. Good. Bring your right foot forward through again in between your hands. Back heel down. Inhale, come up. Again, warrior one. So taking a couple more breaths here. Gently draw back your right hip. So you feel right knee just slightly pull to the right. So if you were to gaze down, you would see your right big toe. Up. And then the rest of the twist here to pull the shoulders in line with the front of the mat comes through the torso. Really reach through your fingers. Active hands. One more breath in. And then exhale, open up, warrior two. Check the front knee. Make sure it's still moving to the right so you can see the right big toe, and settle your hips down a little bit more. We're a little warmer. You can get a little bit lower. Two more breaths here. Actively reach through the fingers, belly in and up. Gaze to your right hand, right middle finger, right over the top. Last one. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior, reach up and back, and we're holding this for a little bit. So without looking at the front knee, gently pull it again to the right. So we always check back in with this front knee in warrior poses. Okay, so gently back to the right. Keep pushing outer edge of the back foot down and get lots of length on the right side. Open the chest up. Last inhale. And straighten out the front leg, coming into triangle. So you reach right hand forward and down. So if you have a block here, that's awesome. Otherwise, just hand to the shin, or you can press the hand to the inside of the calf muscle. You want to watch on going too low here and letting the chest fall in. You want to lean back in space. Really open up the chest. And the grounded hand presses against whatever it's on as the top hand really lifts up towards the ceiling or whatever's above you. Really reaching up, belly in, strong in both feet. One more breath. Exhale, lower your left hand down, step back, chaturanga all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog, big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, open mouth. Right, left foot forward in between your hands. Right heel down, come up, warrior one, left side. So we have a couple moments here to settle into the pose. Left hip gently draws back. Press the outer edge of the back foot into the mat. And then finding that twist through the torso to face the shoulders forward. Maybe start to lift your gaze a little higher, but keep drawing belly in and up. Front of the pelvis lifting, hips go down. One more, inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. So pelvis broadens, chest opens, front knee moves to the left, and you settle down a little bit deeper into the hips. You can even widen the stance here with your feet if you need a little bit more space to go down. Actively reach through your fingers, through your arms. Notice the back arm. You want it lifting just as much as the front arm, and your gaze is just off the tip of the left middle finger. As shoulders soften away from the ears. Inhale, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Front knee still moves to the left. It likes to do its own thing, so keep telling it, go to the left. Yeah, lots of length, left side, belly in. One more full breath. And then exhale into triangle. Straighten out the front leg, push strongly into both feet as you reach the left hand forward and down. Right arm opens up. Gaze can lift to the top hand. If it bothers the neck, you can look straight forward or even down, but you want to keep that attention to opening the chest. Stay strong in the back foot. Stay with your breath. Okay, so there's a lot of cueing going on, but you're breathing. Long breaths in, long steady breaths out. Last inhale. Exhale, right hand down, step back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And just take a moment here to slow down the breathing. If you need another deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, go ahead. Hey, this is your practice. It's your time. Last breath. Next inhale, come forward, plank pose, bringing your shoulders forward over your wrists. And if you need to step your feet back a little bit to get the proportions, the alignment here, please do that. So your shoulders are right over the wrists. You don't want them coming forward of the wrists. Fingers spread, press down, and then roll to the outer edge of your right foot or drop the right knee down, coming to side plank. So if you need that support, right knee can come down, but you're strong in your right hand, left arm reaches up, take your gaze up to the left hand and really press down to lift your hips up. So fight that sag of the hips, belly in. Just keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Last inhale, exhale, plank pose. Take an inhale, exhale. Other side, left hand down, and so left hand stays down. You roll outer edge of the left foot, stack the feet, or again you can drop to the left knee. Open, really broaden across the chest, belly in. You keep opening up and keep lifting the front of the pelvis to keep from finding that low back bend. You really want to keep pulling belly in. Press strongly into your grounded hand, shoulder blades squeeze towards one another. Reach up, right hand, take your gaze up. Last breath. Exhale, plank pose. Take an inhale. Your choice, you can vinyasa through or just press up and back, downward facing dog. Use your breath if you're flowing through. If you're just pressing down dog, use your breath there to just check back in, to slow it down. Okay, inhale, lift your right leg up. And then exhale, right foot forward in between your hands. Longer step here. Stay on the ball of your back foot, preparing for crescent. And stay low for a second. Walk your left foot a little bit further back. So you have this big space in between the feet. And then slowly peel up, crescent lunge. Reach your arms, lift your chest. And take a moment, look back at your back foot with the toes right under the heel. 2 more breaths here. Chest lifting up. You're strong in your legs. They squeeze in towards the midline, in towards one another. Last one. Good. Exhale. Take the hands down. Step back. Downward facing dog. If you prefer, absolutely go through vinyasa. Excuse me. Left side. Inhale. Lift your left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward in between your hands. Stay low for a second so you can find this depth in your hips. When you stay low, you get a little extra stretch on the front of the back leg hip flexors. You can walk your feet a little bit further away, and then inhale, lift your chest up, lift your arms up, really reach up through your fingertips as your feet press down into the ground, down into the mat, into the floor. Yeah. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down, either vinyasa or step back, downward facing dog. And using your inhale and your exhales to flow through that transition. In downward facing dog, take your head side to side. Maybe another deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth. Another inhale. And bend your knees, look forward, breathe all the way out. Walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, lift your arms, chair pose, or Utkatasana, fierce pose. Thunderbolt, it's got lots of names. Really press down through your feet, lift your arms up. Take another inhale. Exhale, prayer twist here, twist to the right side. So hook left elbow, right knee. Press the palms together. Lift your chest towards your thumbs. Notice left hip wanting to inch forward. Gently draw it back. One more breath. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Left side, palms pressed together. Chest moving towards the thumbs. Right hip gently drawing back. Stay with your breath. Sink your hips down. Legs strongly squeezed together. Last inhale. Last exhale. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Take ragdoll. Hold on to your elbows, feet hip width. Just hang here. Slow down the breath. And little bend to your knees. Inhale. Exhale, roll all the way up to standing, Tadasana. Inhale, bend your elbows, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. You can jump back or step back, lower down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And bring your knees to the floor. Coming into our back bend sequence. So knees down, coming to kneel, coming to camel pose. So bringing hands to the low back to start. I'm going to point your fingers down towards the backs of the knees. So hands come to low back, fingers point down. Squeeze your elbows in so you feel that opening come across the front of the chest. And then lift belly in and up. Start to lift your gaze. Big breath in and exhale. Just start to lean back. Open the chest. You can stay here with hands at the low back or take one hand down to the heel and do one. Or take both hands down to your heel. To your heels. And each breath in, you're lifting the heart up. Each breath out, belly in. You press the thighs forward. There's a lot of work in the quads, a lot of work in the legs and in the back muscles. So really listen here. Take one more breath. Exhale all the way out. Use your inhale to pull yourself back up. And exhale, come to tabletop. And don't round. Just gentle side to side. Maybe rock the hips side to side, keeping the spine long, belly in and up. And cross your shins and come onto your back. Okay, finding bridge pose, setting up for bridge pose, next back bend. So feet about hip width. Again, if you have a block, you could place it in between your thighs or even take it right underneath the sacrum. If you're ready for restorative back bends, okay. But I mean, this week is vitality, so maybe pushing through. Short practice, maybe pushing through and taking that active back bend if it's appropriate. So feet hip width, press the palms down, lift your pelvis up. And as you do that, you're lengthening the low back towards the knees, so belly in and up. We say this a lot, front of the pelvis lifting. This abdominal lock, this abdominal lift is super important. So we're always engaging that. Notice if chin is pulling towards the chest, gently lift that chin up just slightly to free the throat. You can take your arms underneath, interlace your fingers. We have 2 more breaths here. Staying strong in the legs, equal weight in the feet. Last one. Exhale, slowly lower, and then just be with the sensations in the back of the body as you come down. Rather than hugging in or doing a lot of movements, just be with what you're feeling. And setting up for our third back bend wheel pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana, or if you prefer, you can always take bridge again, or, if you're done, you can take the block underneath the sacrum. But again, our theme this week is vitality and getting out of your comfort zone, right? So maybe pushing a little bit further. So setting up for wheel, hands come alongside the ears, feet the same as bridge, hip width, feet on 12 o'clock. And before you lift, go ahead and pull the belly in and up. You can press hands with an inhale, come halfway onto the crown of your head and kind of reassess right here. Hug the arm bones in towards one another, so bringing arms parallel. Again, pull the belly in and up. You can stay right here or press, inhale, all the way, straight arms. Hey, you want to stay really strong in the legs, equal weight in the feet. Heels down, toes down. And you're breathing in and out through the nose. Soften your neck, soften your jaw. Look to the back wall behind you. Maybe even start to look down in between your hands. That will increase the curve at the neck, so only if that feels okay. We'll take one more breath in, really press down. Exhale, chin to chest, lower down. And then just feel again what it feels like to come out of that deeper back bend as your body comes back to the mat. Just notice what goes on. Feel your heart beating. Feel the cadence of your breath. Just take a moment. And slowly start to press yourself up to a seated position, coming to everyone's favorite boat pose. But this first one is easy boat pose, so it's with the knees bent. Coming to balance on your sit bones, bend your knees. And take your hands and you can hold on underneath the knees or around the legs and use that grip, that bind of hands to legs to really lift and open the chest so you feel length come into the spine, neck is long. Gaze can be to your toes, or you can even take it to a higher point to sort of encourage that lift of the chest. And your feet are off the mat here, yeah? Belly in and up. Yeah, stay here and breathe, or you can let your arms go, reach out alongside, knees stay bent, lift your chest. One more breath. And exhale, lower your feet. Just take an inhale and exhale. This next time you can choose to do that same boat pose with the knees bent or come Navasana, full boat. Ooh, and this says 5 times, boat 5 times. So we'll inhale, lift up. And so you come to boat pose, lift up. And then exhale, plant your hands, cross your legs and push down. It's like you're trying to lift your body up off of the mat and then lower down. Inhale, Navasana, lift your legs, lift your chest. Maybe reach your arms or hold on. Exhale, lower down, cross your shins, plant your hands, try to lift your body off the mat. Inhale, come back up, boat pose, reach your arms, reach your legs, lift your heart. Exhale, lower your hands, lift up. We're going to do one more. Inhale, lift up, boat pose. Exhale, plant your hands, try to press down. You can use your feet to lift up. And exhale, lower down. Okay. Open your legs out wide, coming into sitting splits. So legs open wide, feet are flexed. And you can stay upright. And if this is really challenging to sit upright here with the legs straight, allow a little bit of a bend to come into your knees, to let the knees bend. Or bring the feet maybe not quite as wide. You can bring the legs in a little bit, but you really want to work on length of the spine and pressing your sit bones back behind you as you start to hinge forward. And that can be just a walking forward of the fingertips. Forearms can come down, or you can go a little bit lower. Okay, and just, again, good place to just come back to your breath. Slow breaths in and out. If legs are active here, really trying to keep a long spine, belly lifting in and up. And from here, staying right where you are, or taking it a little bit further, adding more of a fold. You can take your hands out towards your feet and fold forward, or walk the hands straight out in front. But you want to watch the turning in of the feet, toes turning in. You want to keep them pointing out, feet flexed, and legs are active. Okay, we're still working with this vitality, this life force, this energy. So you're really active here, even though it is a fold and there's this act of surrender, you're still active in the pose. You have 2 more breaths in this deeper fold. Of course, you can always have some bend or stay up higher. Take 1 more. And then slowly walk yourself back up and come onto your back. If you'd like to vinyasa through, by all means, go ahead. We're coming onto the back to find happy baby. And hold of your feet, or again, if the feet is too much and your back comes way up off the mat and your hips lift way up off the mat, take hold of your knees and just gently draw down. Otherwise, you're holding your feet. But in Happy Baby, you want to keep your head down, your shoulders down, and your hips down, so you get as much of the spine on the mat as you can. And just, it should feel nice. It should feel good. And gentle rocking side to side, or you can just equally pull down on the feet. Slow breaths in. Slow breaths out. It's the end of your practice. So just starting to, like at the beginning, settle into where you are. Come back to that sensation of the breath flowing in and out. And you have a greater ability now to focus on that breath, to focus on what's going on through the body. Last breath in Happy Baby. And then keep your right knee hugging into your chest and your left leg long, and take the right leg across to the left side. So just finding a gentle supine twist here. Gaze can go straight up or it can go over to the right side. Okay? And this is the part where we really start to soften that control of the breath. So maybe just letting it go, coming back to your regular breathing. You can even close your eyes here. Take one final breath this side. And gently come back through center. Let your right leg go long. Hug your left knee into your chest. And gently guide it across to the right side, opening your left arm up, gazing straight up or to the left. And again, allowing your eyes to close here if you would like. Softening that control of the breath. Letting your shoulder, left shoulder soften down. Right shoulder soften down. And slow breaths. Just gentle breathing. Last one. And slowly come back up through center. Hug both knees into your chest. You've made it to the end of your yoga practice, your home practice. And really hug in, pull your head up to your knees. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Release the body onto the floor. You can set up any way you like. So if you like legs long, arms long, okay. If you prefer feet together, knees wide, that's fine too. Or knees resting in, feet the width of the mat, wherever you know you can be and be still, able to relax without a lot of fidgeting. And come finding Shavasana, close your eyes. Arms come out from the body, palms face up. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth. Just letting it go. Big breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Stick your tongue out. Let it go. And the breath will continue without your control, without your guidance. So allow your mind to settle on that, to observe that. You can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. When you're ready to come out, you would roll onto your right side and gently press yourself up and take a moment in seated. But enjoy your Shavasana now. So take a few moments, a few minutes to rest. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.